From the Gunflint Tavern for the local music project here at the Gunflint Tavern in Grand Marais, Joe, Jessi, Al, Oikari, quite a combo here. Nice to see you guys out tonight. And I caught your show the other night and was rather impressed. It's like you guys been playing together forever. Why is that funny, Jessi?
I don't think we ever played together, actually.
Well, you fooled us, for sure. I think probably most of our local listeners will be probably most familiar with Joe Paulik, and your work as a performer around the area. Joe, I'm used to seeing you out playing solo, performing a lot of your original tunes as well as some covers. What's it like playing with these two?
It's really a joy. I first started playing with Jessi a little bit recently when she's had a little more time, and then I've always wanted to work, with other musicians. I always heard it on my stuff, my originals especially, and it's really a treat. It's like a little too good. It's like Christmas, It's like Christmas, and so my only fear is that I actually lose track of the audience because I'm enjoying myself so much.
I think that's probably a good sign.
Yeah. I'm just having fun. Well, Al's got, I don't know, he's got like 3 or 4 guitars here and 2 slide guitars and a keyboard, and so it's just like a kid in a candy store.
What's it like for you having someone on harmony with you? Was it hard for you to get used to actually singing with someone else on a
doing it live? It's a slight challenge, but just adding Jessi to my solo stuff, I'm able to gain command of an audience a lot sooner than I can alone. It's just there's something about 2 people that is more interesting than one, I guess. And some people know that we're partners in life, and that there's a certain energy if you're getting along that day.
Sonny and Cher.
Yeah, she said that last night. Yeah. So
Jessi, I guess until probably last Christmas, I was at a Christmas party, and you and Joe broke out in John Lennon's "Happy Christmas, War Is Over," and I know I was like, why isn't she singing out? Why, I had no idea you could sing. So how has it been for you to get to this point where you're standing up in front of a room, which on Friday night was jam-packed, for hours on end, belting it out?
It's been a really amazing ride because Joe's really had to hold my hand and coach me the whole way because I'm totally shy and stage fright. But it's something that I've always loved doing. I've always loved singing. And so to get to sing and give time to it and be in front of people and share that energy and largely to share his songs is a huge, huge deal for me. So it's great. Totally great.
Okay. Al Oikari, we, again, in a local context, are familiar with you from Cook County's Most Wanted, the kind of jack-of-all-trades dude in the band. But you've played around quite a bit. You're making a living as a musician here. And what's it like? I guess, first of all, can you talk a little bit about how you started to play with Joe and Jessi?
Well, we've seen each other play, and there's mutual admiration. And I think this came about as a result of just wanting to sit in with each other, and we're working on a recording project, and I've had a chance to get more familiar with his music, and while we were recording, we kicked around the idea of, gee, I should jump in and play some piano or something and accompany him, and he really liked the idea of working with another musician after so many years of primarily playing solo, and it clicked. It was pretty spontaneous, but it's been a lot of fun.
One of the things that I've noticed about Al and Jessi, both of you playing with Joe, is that, again, so many of us associate Joe as a solo performer. And I also think that for some people it would be really hard to fit into what he's doing and to not override or overpower or distract, because you have a very subtle, you're very a gentle performer, I guess is one way of describing it. And both Al and Jessi, you two seem to just kind of sneak right in there and it gels, which I don't think is easy to do. Is it hard for you?
No, well, with a lot of projects I've been involved with, I've worked with a variety of characters and personalities and temperaments, and over the years you start learning how to be able to get along. You turn into a psychologist at times, but basically I can, if the music is good, I can get along with anybody, and I think there's just a lot of common ground, with the three of us. I'm a huge fan of Joe's writing. It's not that he's just a performer. I mean, his songwriting is amazing. He delivers it really well. I admire people that can sing their own music for so many years and have a following. And I first heard him in 1994, 95. So I've known of Joe for quite a few years. So it's been fun to finally grab an instrument or two or three and play some music with him.
2 or 3. And Joe, where do you have a vision for where you see this going, or is it just for fun and see what happens?
Not really. I wouldn't say that I don't have any expectations. That's for sure. I just enjoy it so much. I think that I'm going to continue to. I like what playing with other musicians adds to it, and but I think that part of the reason that I played alone for so many years was my music it's kind of, to me, it's kind of like spiritual, and I guess it's kind of unique, especially to play it in a bar. And so it's more. Part of the reason that it works with Jessi and Al is because there's, for lack of a better way to say it, there's sort of a spiritual connection. Sorry. Sorry for using that word, but I don't know what other word to use. But that's part of why they're able to play with me and not feel like they're taking over or anything. And yet at the same time, you're like, they're making a lot of noise that goes with it. Why is it not taking away from it? It's because they're sensing the spirit of what it is that I'm actually trying to accomplish here, and so I would really like to keep doing that with my music, because it adds so much. It's just really difficult to find something that works. It's like a marriage, so I've heard and experienced. Not that we're married or anything, but.
So, do you think it'll playing with Al and Jessi will change how you write in the future?
Oh, I never thought about that. Actually, Jessi and I just started writing together this last year, and it's been really, really fun. So I guess, yeah, it does. And to me, music, if somebody plays an instrument and plays it the way that their soul is telling them to play it, to me that is part of the songwriting. So to me it's already happening, and that's why I'm standing up here smiling so much while I'm playing, because I'm hearing my songs with other people are contributing their songwriting to it. That's what I call it, because it's songwriting.
All right, guys, you got to get back to work.
All right.
I'm cracking the whip here. But thanks for your time, and love what you're doing, and I hope we see your name around town more often.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun collaboration.
Thanks.
All right, keep it up.
The song's about the lake out here. Gitchigumi.
Legend lives on from the children on down of the big lake they call Gitchigumi. The lake is sad and never gives up. were dead when the skies of November turned blue. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That big ship out true was a bold to beat you when the gales of November came early. The ship was the pride of the American side, coming back from Sabine in Wisconsin. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a company steel firms when they left Philly loaded for Cleveland. And later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling? Wind in the wires made a tattletale sound, and the wave broke over the railing. And every man knew as the captain did too, was the witch of November couldn't steal it. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain in the face of the hurricane west wind. When supper time came, the old cook came on deck, saying, "Buzz, it's too rough to feed you." At 7 p.m. the main hatchway caved in. He said, "Buzz, it's been good to know you." The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that night when his lights went on the sun, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they'd put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up or they might have capsized. They merely broke deep into the water. All that remains are the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Lake Huron rolls, Superior sings in the rooms of the rice water mansions. Old Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. Farther below Lake Ontario takes one Lake Erie Center. And the iron boats go as the mariners all know, with the gales of November, remember. The church bell chimed to the brain 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down, all the big lake they call Dictionary. So Pepper, they said, never gives up, forgive, when the news of Northern Harmony.
Good night, friends.